And in the end, Rugal is defeated, and our heroes return home. Kyo decides to restart the tournament with honor and dignity. A ghost! Well, aside from the restless spirits of the dead walking the earth, it seems the power of the Orochi is broken and everything's just hunky-dory. Or is it? You know, in a way, it doesn't even really matter if this was a good movie or not, because regardless, it completely rapes the King of Fighters game series, and the name is the only reason people would have watched it. Ray Park is the only good thing about this movie, as he's an incredibly talented martial artist, and you can tell he's the only guy having any fun with his role at all. I simply cannot comprehend how you drop the ball on a series this simple. This is not an elaborate storyline with richly nuanced characters. This is King of Fighters, for Christ's sakes. The only video game series with less of a plot was DOA, and at least this one seems to have chicks with big boobs. And my feeling is strong, I heard that courage I gotta get along, I need them notice. I can't expect so many shitty games when you got bloody shit on the drive. I'm moving you with your petroleum grind. Believe you, we ain't going back.
Type in the password.
No.
Scott, there's a cell in Gitmo with your name on it. Type in the password.
Well, the CIA can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know. Sucks.
Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. On December 23rd, 2008, I reviewed Superman at Earth's End. My 9th episode told the tale of a dark future where razors no longer existed, cyborg chicken people floated above the skies, twin clones of Hitler tried to create a new Reich, and Superman had trouble expressing his masculinity. Superman at Earth's End sucked then and it sucks now. However, I have a confession to make about that review. I didn't really burn it. My copy of Superman at Earth's End had not arrived yet for the review, so I printed off the cover and slapped it on another book. I burned some other freebie comic. I'm telling you this because I honestly do believe in the ideal Superman embodies concerning truth and justice. For the record, though, when my copy did finally arrive, I promptly ripped it to shreds and disposed of it. Just because I wasn't able to burn it when I wanted to doesn't mean I wasn't willing to destroy it. In fact, I really did want to burn it, but like I said, it didn't arrive in time. Oh, and also, in case you're wondering, I did burn that copy of The Dark Knight Strikes Again. It's why that one is in my theme song now.
Greetings, my friends. It occurred to me after the episode was completed that you were still robbed of the opportunity to see Superman at Earth's End get burned, even though I had destroyed that other copy I had obtained. So, I got myself another one. And, as you can see, this is indeed a real copy of it. You know that? All the crappy pages, twin clones of Hitler, my God, Adolf Hitler, two of you, that kind of fun stuff. And so, I will give you the burning that you so rightly deserve. At least I would, if this thing weren't made of some kind of indestructible material. I have returned and placed a newspaper inside the comic. It will burn now. Hopefully.
Creators all the time talking about how they want to write the angst of Superman, show him alienated and alone and embracing a heritage he was never a part of. And I say, screw that! This This is going to sound weird to many of you, but Superman is the most human superhero of them all. He's kind, he's decent, he does good whenever he can, and he genuinely wants to help people and make their lives better. He's the champion of the human race that adopted a strange visitor from another planet. We don't need to see stories about his awkward adolescence or him whining about being different. We want to see Superman kicking ass and being a superhero. If there's any angst to the character, it's in wondering how much he should use his power to help humanity, and also the fact that even though he's so powerful, he can't stop every crime. He can't be everywhere at once, and he fears being seen as a god when he isn't. Which is, yet again, why Superman at Earth's End pissed me off so much. The Superman in that book decided killing was A-okay by the end of it, and especially killing using a ludicrously impossible chain gun. Oh, they tried to tack on some nonsense anti-gun message at the end, but I already covered the hypocrisy there. This was more likely just writer Tom Veitch's vision of Superman. A bearded idiot. But how can Superman at Earth's End be even worse than we thought? Well, it's a sequel. Let's dig into Kamandi at Earth's End. Boy on Earth was created by Jack Kirby. Touched on Kamandi way back in my countdown review, but let's get some basics out of the way. Kamandi, the last boy on Earth, was created by Jack Kirby during his time at DC. DC has failed to acquire the license to make Planet of the Apes comics, so Kirby was asked to create a similar premise for a title. Kamandi's main series lasted from 1972 to 1978 and was about a human in a distant future, one of the few still remaining after an event called The Great Disaster occurred. And according to Countdown, the Great Disaster was a sentient plague that turned humans into rat people and rats into human people, I guess, and that somehow led to nuclear war. Go figure. And naturally, an Elseworlds comic series about Kamandi in 1993 was inevitable. No, it wasn't. Why does this exist? Seriously, Kamandi only has the loosest of connections to the DC universe as it is, because of course there are very few people who want to pin down when this great disaster occurs, since otherwise it'll be a little embarrassing when we reach that point and nothing happens in universe. Sure, Kamandi has interacted with Superman and several other heroes, but the point I'm trying to make is, why do we need a Kamandi Elseworld story when Kamandi is itself a what-if kind of scenario anyway? Oh, it's because, as we can see from the cover, we needed Kamandi wielding huge guns. It's a post-apocalyptic story about a future caveman. What moron said, let's give him a leather jacket and guns? Dude! Of course. Anyway, the cover. It's not very good. In theory, it has some nice elements to it with the ruined city and him emerging from a manhole, but the problem is that logic starts setting in almost immediately. First and foremost, why the hell is that manhole that friggin' large? No one builds a manhole with the idea of carrying ridiculously huge weapons. Oh, and on the artistic side, Kamandi's hands are each as large as his head. Yes, we're deep in 90s style artwork, people. Be very afraid. The boy of tomorrow is back to kill the man of tomorrow. Oh, good! Our hero is trying to kill Superman. Such a likable premise. The reason that kind of thing worked in the Silver Age is because we saw brightly colored heroes and people who we know are heroic saying it. It draws our attention and makes us want to know what the story is behind it. This, however, is anyone surprised that someone sporting weapons larger than their torso is trying to kill Superman? We open on a floating platform. Ben Boxer's log, September 26, 2101 AD. The fires are abating in Asia, and it's time to begin our work. Cleaning up the largest post-apocalyptic dance party ever.
We are biological machines with free will, created by the master scientists.